Wow. So it looks like Prince William has name dropped Harry in his upcoming documentary, which is going to drop on October 30th, which is in a couple of days. He has conveniently name dropped Harry, and apparently it's the first time in years that he's called Harry by name. It says here, in a rare moment, William opens up about a cherished childhood memory with Harry, marking the first time in years he's spoken publicly about his brother. They knew this was going to get headlines. This actually irritates me. If I were Harry, I'd be irritated because it's a bald attempt to get clicks. They knew that without Harry's name attached, that documentary would get no clicks. I was not interested. All of a sudden, he talks about Harry, and my ears perk up, right? And that's exactly what they were going for. That's exactly what's going to happen with the average person when they hear that he name dropped Harry in this documentary. He'll actually get some ratings on this documentary. What a cheap shot. Oh my God, he just used his brother. This is in People magazine, by the way, you guys. So it says here Prince William is revisiting one of the most impactful moments of his childhood, a powerful experience he shared with his brother, Prince Harry. In the Prince of Wales's upcoming two-part documentary, airing October 30th and 31st on ITV in the UK, titled Prince William, We Can End Homelessness, the Royal offers a unique, in-depth look his 5-year Homewards program, which aims to demonstrate that homelessness across the UK can be eradicated. In a newly released clip of the documentary on October 26th, William reflects on how his late mother, Princess Diana, first introduced him to the issue of homelessness by taking him and Harry to the Passage, a UK charity supporting those experiencing or at risk of homelessness. Quote, my mother took me to the Passage. She took Harry and I both there. I must have been 11 at the time, maybe 10. I had never been to anything like that before, and I was a bit anxious about what to expect, William says in the clip, which is believed to be his first public mention of Harry in several years. What a cheap shot. What a cheap shot. He could have said she took my brother and I there, which is what he's been saying, if he says anything at all in reference to Harry. But by actually saying Harry's name and name dropping Harry, he knew the impact that would have in the press. They darn well knew ITV, all of them. And they specifically did that for ratings. They dropped Harry's name for ratings. But the thing about that is that, it only amplifies Harry's power. Harry is a very powerful guy. He's a mover and shaker. He gets clicks, he gets ratings, he gets front page coverage, right? People love to hear about Harry and Meghan. They love to hear about the Sussexes. The Sussexes get press. Meghan gets press by herself. Harry gets press by himself. Meghan and Harry together get a lot of press. William gets very little press. I mean, he gets coverage, but nobody clicks. Ditto for his wife, Kate, especially after the cancer debacle. And to me, that was a debacle, right? That was a whole contrived thing, in my opinion, that just fell flat, right? And so after that, Kate has come out and she's done a couple of things. She had to give heads up by WhatsApp to the media that she's going someplace, so she needed some coverage. And someone in the media told that was done. I heard them say it, whether it was on GB News or one of these places. I don't recall which outlet it was, but one of those journalists said that, Kate, disclosed on the WhatsApp group that she was making this appearance to some event or whatever. And so, she clearly did it to get some press, right? And when she dropped things on her social media and so on, they're trying to drum up press, but nobody is taking the bait. No one is covering, and even when they cover, people aren't clicking. Even her fans, the same fans who were, when the Where's Kate thing blew up worldwide, were like, oh, the Duchess of Cambridge, the Princess of Wales is this and that, and oh, they loved her so much, but it was such a superficial love because everybody was like, why aren't you guys concerned about where she is? Like, I mean, why don't you care? I mean, if this were Meghan, we'd be like breaking down the palace walls, at this point, because there's no real genuine fan base for Kate Middleton, right? And so since her post-cancer, like the post-cancer video debacle, for example, and then the other appearances she's made, no press. So William ditto. I mean, very, very little, and no one is paying any attention to William and Kate. So what does he do for his homelessness documentary? He name drops his brother Harry. He literally name drops Harry because he knows that by doing that, people become intrigued and then they will watch the documentary. What a cheap shot, right? What a cheap shot. And, and then there was all this press recently. Now it makes complete sense because it was a buildup towards this documentary. They desperately want ratings. But so lately there's been all this pro Harry coverage in the media. Oh, we'll take Harry back, or William is softening towards Harry. Oh, William this, William that. Oh, Harry, we love you. Harry is this, Harry is that. Just leave Meghan and come home. There was all this coverage, and I was like, what is this? It's like a sudden sort of heating up of a bubbling over of pro Harry coverage out of the blue. This was right after the solo visit to New York, the Clinton Global Initiative, and then Africa and so on. It was just all this weird profusion of pro Harry coverage because it's a lead up to this homelessness documentary on ITV. They want ratings. They want ratings. So they're name dropping Harry to get ratings. That's what this is all about. Anyway, so the People article goes on to say, reflecting on the experience, William says, I remember having some good conversations, playing chess, chatting, and that's when it dawned on me that there were other people out there who don't have the same life as you do. It dawned on me that there were other people out there who don't have the same life as you do. That's interesting. It dawned on him that there were other people who don't have the same life as you do. Who's you? Anyway, when you're quite small, you just think life is what you see in front of you and you don't really have concept to look elsewhere. Okay, whatever. Look, God bless William for being interested in eradicating homelessness in the UK. I hope he's successful at it, and he certainly has enough money he can throw at it personally, and he can get donors, including billionaire American donors like Michael Bloomberg in New York, who also funds his Earthshot Prize. So this whole homelessness initiative is a way that he can, you know, fundraise more billions of dollars, right? And hopefully he does put it to some good use and eradicate it. You know, I imagine that not only will he be building homes all across the UK to house these homeless people, but that he will also be going deeper than that to find out what it is that gets people to this point in the first place. Because I don't think it's just a question of, someone is homeless, is what led to that. What are the various factors that, you know, a person finds themselves in this position, right? Because you can build all the homes you want. People still need to pay rent. And if you build all these homes and you put people with no money in all of these newly built homes, I am not really sure what that solves, right? You put people in all these newly built homes. I don't know what that solves. But anyway, that's not for me to figure out. That's his project. Listen, that's all for this one, you guys. It's the whole idea that he name dropped Harry that irks me. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Subscribe, please.